Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Flexlish English, where English meets confidence and learning becomes your daily power. Today's episode might just change the way you see yourself forever, because we're diving into something that affects every part of your life: how to build real, unshakable confidence in simple, daily ways. So grab your focus, turn up the volume, and stay with me till the very end, because every part of this episode is designed to help you speak better, live bolder, and grow stronger, one word at a time. Let's begin. Part 1. Confidence is a daily habit, not a personality trait. Confidence. Some people look like they were born with it. They walk into a room and everyone notices. They speak and others listen. They move through life like they belong wherever they go. But here's the truth. Confidence is not something you are born with. It's something you build day by day, with small actions and tiny wins. Confidence isn't loud. It doesn't always wear a suit or shout from a stage. Real confidence is quiet, calm, and grounded. It's waking up in the morning and knowing that even if the day is difficult, you'll be okay. But how do you build that kind of confidence? Not for interviews or big speeches, but for daily life, for walking into a shop, starting a conversation, making a small decision. That's what this episode is about. Let's start with this truth. Confidence is a habit. Just like brushing your teeth or making your bed, it's something you build by doing small things consistently. You don't wait until you feel brave to take action. You take action, even if you're nervous, and then confidence comes. It's like training a muscle. You don't go to the gym once and expect strong arms. You go again and again, and each time you get stronger. Confidence works the same way. You show up, you try, you fail sometimes, but you keep going. One of the biggest myths is thinking, "I'll be confident when I finally succeed." No. You become confident because you try even when you're unsure. So today, I want you to think of one small action you can take, something tiny, something you usually avoid. Maybe it's speaking to a stranger. Maybe it's making a phone call. Maybe it's wearing something you usually don't. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be intentional. You do it to prove to yourself, I can handle this, and tomorrow you'll do it again. Confidence doesn't come from people's approval. It comes from trusting yourself. And the only way to trust yourself is to keep promises you make to yourself, even the small ones, especially the small ones, because daily life is made of small moments. And confidence grows when you show up in those moments, with courage, honesty, and consistency. In the next part, we'll talk about body language, how you move, stand, and breathe can silently build your confidence, even before you say a single word. Part 2, how body language builds your confidence. Before you speak, before you even think, your body is already talking, and the way you move, sit, and stand can completely change how you feel about yourself. Confidence isn't just something you feel inside, it's also something you show on the outside. And when you change your body language, you can start to feel more confident almost immediately. Think about this. Have you ever seen someone walk with their head down, shoulders low, eyes avoiding others? They don't need to say anything. You already feel their lack of confidence. Now imagine the opposite. Someone walks into the room. Their back is straight. They make eye contact. They smile gently. And they look like they belong there. You feel that energy. That's body language. And here's the secret. Even if you don't feel confident today, you can start using confident body language right now. And when you do, your brain starts to believe it. Try this simple exercise. Stand up. Put your feet shoulder width apart. Roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Now look straight ahead, not at the floor, not at the ceiling. Just forward, like you are ready. Now hold that position for 2 minutes. This is called a power pose, and research shows it can actually change your hormones, lowering stress and increasing feelings of control. It may sound too simple, but posture affects your mind. When you carry yourself with strength, your brain starts to follow. Now let's talk about your voice. People often say, "I want to speak more confidently," but they whisper, they rush, they hide their voice. Try this instead. Breathe slowly. Speak at a calm pace. Don't race to finish your sentence. Pause when needed. You don't have to speak loudly to be confident. You just need to speak with clarity and presence. Even one confident word, spoken clearly, is more powerful than 10 rushed words. Now let's talk about eye contact. If it's hard for you, start small. Try looking at someone's eyes for 2 seconds while speaking, or look between their eyes, just above the nose. It feels real and helps you connect. Little by little, you'll become more comfortable. And the more you do it, the more people respond to you with trust. And that gives you even more confidence. So remember, your body speaks, and you can train it, just like your mind. Walk tall, breathe fully, speak calmly, and look forward. In the next part, we'll explore how small wins can boost your confidence every day, even if no one sees them but you. Part 3. Small wins. Create big confidence. Confidence is not a result of one big moment. It's not winning a trophy, not getting a huge job, not going viral online. Confidence comes from something simpler, something quieter, something you control every single day. It comes from small wins. Every time you make a promise to yourself and you keep it, that's a win. Every time you do something uncomfortable and survive, that's a win. Every time you push forward, even when you're tired, that's a win. And these little wins, they build your self-trust. And self-trust is the foundation of confidence. Let's take an example. You decide, tomorrow morning, I'll wake up at 7 a.m. and go for a walk. The next day, your alarm rings. You don't feel like it, but you go anyway. It's just a 10-minute walk. Nobody sees it. Nobody claps for you. But inside, something powerful happens. You prove to yourself, I do what I say I'll do. That feeling is stronger than any compliment because it's real and it's yours. You don't need to wait for motivation to feel confident. You just need momentum, and momentum comes from action, not thoughts, not plans, just action. Start small, make your bed, drink a glass of water, practice 5 English words, write 1 page, smile at one stranger. When you finish it, say to yourself, that's a win. You don't need to post it online. You don't need anyone to notice. Just notice it yourself. And when you do this, again and again, you begin to trust yourself deeply. You start to feel, if I say I'll do something, I'll do it. That's real power. Another way to see small wins is through courageous moments. Think about the last time you did something that scared you. Maybe you spoke in public. Maybe you said no to someone. Maybe you asked for help. That was a courageous moment. That's a win too. Write these down every week, every day if you can. Start a confidence journal. Each night, write, one thing I did today that I'm proud of. One small step I took that felt strong, even if it's just, I didn't give up today. That's enough. Over time, these small wins will build a mountain of belief, not fake confidence, not ego, but real, quiet, powerful belief in yourself. And that belief, nobody can take it from you. In the next part, we'll talk about self-talk, how the words you say to yourself every day can either build you or break you. Part 4, self-talk, the voice inside you. There's a voice inside your head. It speaks to you every day, every hour, every minute. And that voice shapes your confidence. We call it self-talk. And the way you speak to yourself is often more important than how others speak to you. Because here's the truth. You become what you believe. And belief starts with language. Let me ask you, when you make a mistake, what do you say to yourself? Do you say, I'm so stupid. I always mess up. I can't do anything right? That voice is not just a thought. It's a message. And your brain listens. It believes what you repeat. Now imagine if that voice changed. What if, when you made a mistake, it said, it's okay, I'm learning. This is part of growth. I'll try again tomorrow. Same mistake, but a completely different feeling. And over time, that new voice becomes your inner coach, not your inner critic. It doesn't mean lying to yourself. It means supporting yourself, like a best friend would. If you spoke to your friend the way you speak to yourself, would they feel encouraged or hurt? Now here's a powerful trick. Give your self-talk a name. When the negative voice starts, say, oh, that's just Fear Fred, or that's Doubt Dora. By giving it a name, you separate it from your true self. You don't have to listen. You can smile and say, thanks, Fred, but I've got this. Another method? Use affirmations. But not the fake kind. Use real, gentle, believable ones. Say things like, I'm improving every day. I handle challenges step by step. I may not know everything, but I learn fast. Speak them out loud or write them down, especially in the morning and before bed, because the brain is most open during those times. And slowly, your inner language becomes your inner strength. Confidence grows when you stop fighting yourself and start guiding yourself. Even the strongest people feel fear, but their self-talk helps them move anyway. So the next time that voice says, you can't, you'll answer, watch me. In the next part, we'll explore how your environment, the people, spaces, and energy around you can lift you up or pull you down. Part 5. Your environment shapes your confidence. You can be doing everything right, working on your habits, practicing good self-talk, taking small actions every day. But if your environment is pulling you down, your confidence will struggle. Because confidence isn't just built inside you. It's also affected by what's around you. Let's start with people. Some people lift you. They encourage you. They believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. And then there are others. They laugh at your ideas. They criticize your dreams. They remind you of your past instead of your potential. You don't need to cut everyone out of your life, but you do need to protect your energy. Ask yourself, after spending time with this person, do I feel stronger or smaller? If it's the second one, limit your time with them or learn to guard your heart when you're with them. Now let's talk about spaces. Your room, your desk, your phone. They speak to your brain. They send messages. Is your space messy, loud, full of distractions, or is it clean, calm, and focused? You don't need to be perfect, just intentional. Even putting one item in the right place or turning off one noisy app can bring a little peace. That peace helps your confidence grow because clarity outside creates clarity inside. Next is your digital environment. Who do you follow? What do you watch? What fills your screen every day? Does it inspire you or drain you? Do you see people who lift you or make you feel less? Clean your feed. Follow people who teach, encourage, or challenge you in a good way. Unfollow what makes you doubt yourself. You're not being rude, you're protecting your mental garden. And finally, think about daily energy, the sounds, lights, and routines you live in. Try to add more of what makes you feel strong. Sunlight in the morning, a few minutes of silence, music that lifts your mood, a morning walk, a calm evening routine. These small shifts, they change how you feel about yourself, and how you feel shapes how you act. Confidence is not just a decision, it's also a design. Design your life, even in small ways, to support your growth. Because when your world supports you, you rise higher, faster. In the next part, we'll look at one of the most powerful ways to build confidence, learning from failure, not avoiding it. Part 6, learning from failure builds. Real confidence. What if I told you that failure is not the enemy of confidence? It's the teacher, the mirror, the secret weapon. But most people don't see it that way. They avoid it. They hide from it. They feel ashamed when it happens. But here's the truth. Nobody becomes confident by avoiding failure. People become confident by facing it, learning from it, and continuing anyway. Think about babies. When they learn to walk, they fall, they cry, they bump into things. But do they stop? No. They get up again and again until they're walking and then running. We forget this. As adults, we fear falling. We think failure means I'm not good enough. I'm not smart. I'll never succeed. But failure only means one thing. You tried something new, and your current method didn't work. That's it. It's feedback, not a final judgment. Every confident person you admire has failed more times than you think. Oprah? She was told she wasn't fit for TV. Walt Disney? He was told he lacked creativity. Michael Jordan? He was cut from his high school basketball team. But they didn't stop. They used failure as fuel. So how do you do the same? First, change the meaning of failure. Instead of thinking, I failed, say, I discovered what doesn't work. Second, review it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What would I do differently next time? What did I do well, even in the failure? This helps your brain grow instead of shut down. Third, talk about it with people you trust. Sometimes failure feels heavy because we carry it alone. But when you speak it out loud, you realize it's not that scary. It's normal. It's human. And finally, try again. Don't wait to feel 100% ready. You never will. Confidence grows through action, and action means risk. Every failure is a step forward. If you keep walking, it builds resilience, it builds experience, and both of those build real confidence. You'll start to say, yes, I failed, but I didn't break. I'm still here, and now I'm stronger. That's the kind of confidence nobody can fake, and nobody can take. In the next part, we'll explore how helping others. Part 7. Helping others builds your confidence too. Most people think confidence is built by focusing on yourself, working on your mind, changing your habits, improving your skills. And yes, that's important. But there's another path to confidence, a powerful one that many people forget. It's the path of serving others, helping someone else, lifting someone up, giving without asking. You might ask, how does that build confidence? Because confidence doesn't always come from what you achieve. It can also come from what you give. Let's say you help a friend study. You explain something clearly. They understand it. They feel better. In that moment, you realize something important. I have value. I made a difference. I helped. That feeling is real. It's earned, and it feeds your self-worth in a deep way. Sometimes we get stuck in our own heads. We focus too much on our fears. What if I fail? What if they judge me? What if I'm not enough? But when you help someone else, you stop thinking so much about yourself. Your focus shifts. You become present. And in that presence, fear becomes smaller. Confidence grows in connection. Not just in competition, even small acts matter. Holding the door for someone, giving a compliment, listening to a friend, helping a classmate understand something, encouraging someone who's feeling down. These may seem small, but they build a strong belief inside you. I am kind. I am useful. I can bring light to others. That's confidence, not based on ego, not based on image, but based on your heart. Now let's talk about another benefit. When you help someone, they often see strengths in you that you forgot. They remind you, you're really good at explaining things. You're so calm. You have great ideas. That reflection helps you believe in yourself. So don't wait to become perfect before helping others. You don't need to know everything. You just need to care, to be present, to give what you can. And when you do, you don't just build their world. You build your own. If something in today's episode sparked a shift inside you, that's your confidence waking up. And remember, confidence isn't built overnight. It's built every day, with every step and every word you choose. Thank you for listening to Flexlish English, where we don't just learn English, we grow through it. If you found this helpful, don't forget to follow, share, or leave a kind review. Your growth is our mission, and your voice matters here. Until next time, keep speaking bravely, keep learning smart, and stay Flexlish.